Hi, I'm really bad at this. This is my third attempt. It's Gold Morning Amber Dawn. It is Friday, April 29th, 2016, 4:23 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And this is my delayed 2-month anniversary vlog of going vegan. The original date that I went vegan was the 17th of February 2016, and so I've surpassed the 2-month mark by quite a few days. Well, over a week or whatever. So I'm doing well. I thought I'd let you guys know how it's been for me and what changes I might be experiencing or just how things are overall with it. I'm continuing to find it easy. It's not hard. It's not hard at all. I have had one instance, and I'll talk about that later, but other than that, I think I am a little frustrated when I see some people with more resources and more things available to them complain that it's too hard, when I just don't think it is. And I guess I should have a bit more compassion about that because, but partially why I should have compassion is part of the reason why I don't accept that as, that's too difficult, because I'm someone who's coming from, a disordered eating background. I've started this journey out obese, fat, overweight, however you want to describe it. Someone who has cravings, also connected with hormonal issues. I have an IUD in me. So when I see people give up on it after a week or a few days or a couple days or whatever, I'm thinking, how could you do that? If you really want to do it, if you've watched the any of the documentaries like Cowspiracy for the environmental aspect, or Earthlings, or channels like Bite Size Vegan, Happy Healthy Vegan, Friendly Activist, etc., etc. There's so many people out there on YouTube that you can watch that also share footage. There's some that share footage from that you don't want to look at, but if you do, you'll see, that it's just not worth it to not try. And that and then there's all the other aspects of it that people share without it, any footage that you can learn a lot from. And it's just, I don't get it when people that are way up there with their success on YouTube, let's say, like big YouTubers who want to jump on the vegan bandwagon, which, hey, all the more vegans the better. That's what we want. Everybody should want. I mean, if we can do that, that would be great. I would love it if more people would do this. The more of us that put our money where our hearts is, where, put our money into food that is good for us and that it isn't of harm to animals and as cruel to the environment, that's good. So it's just, I just don't understand it. I guess perhaps maybe there's probably a pushback from big industry that's probably paying a lot of money to the big YouTubers to get their influence back, to get people to go, the cool people are eating dead animal stuff and whatnot. I don't know. That's all I can think that's going on. I think that there's definitely been a rise in the of veganism coming to mainstream attention, and that there's going to be an inevitable pushback because of the industry, the powerful industries behind this, and the connected jobs. But I do believe that there could be connected jobs and farms that can become good food farms, like plants and stuff that we need, that we can share, that just, I think that we can change. I want to believe that. I don't know if it's going to happen in my lifetime, but that doesn't mean that we shouldn't try. So, again, like I said, if there's somebody that's a big YouTuber and they have the ability to, some of them just like get meal services and they have so much stuff that they could do. Why don't they consider it? And also, but let's go back to just my own personal experience and not my just frustration at somebody quitting after a day or just taking it on to be cool or to gain some subscribers away from popular vegan YouTubers, or to try and lifestyle it to the point of trendiness just so that people can also walk away from it easily. It's more than just about the food or what you eat or weight loss or health or fitness or environment or animal cruelty. It's all of it. It's all about every aspect of it. I'm approaching it from a compassionate standpoint because I need that for my own mental well-being. I'm trying to adopt a more compassionate lifestyle, and it's difficult. It's very difficult. That is more difficult than being vegan. Being vegan is the food is just, I've learned there's so much great food that we've had around us that you can cook. Just don't be lazy. Just cook it. Just be awesome and try things with wonderful food we have. There's nothing that I've had that isn't awesome. I've got a supportive husband who is the cook, who's made great meals that we've tried from a local place that will put some food together that you can then you cook all the ingredients yourself. It says 30-minute prep time, but it takes a lot longer than that. But it's so worth it. When we finish this, when we have the meal, it's like we've not only tried something different and tried a different type of food, but we've learned how to have not only alternatives to what we used to think was normal food, but the fact that there's a lot of food that's already vegan, that's been there all along, that we could have tried. It's great for adding variety to what you eat. I think, being a junk food vegan is not too far it's reminiscent of being how we grab what we could before. That's my own thing that I need to still work on, is not grabbing the junk food. Sorry. Not grabbing junk food. Sorry about that. I didn't realize I was going to form that sentence. I have no problem grabbing the junk food. But I shouldn't. The vegan junk food. And that isn't just the chips or whatever. It's also some of the alternative foods. The fake meats and the fake cheeses. They're great to work with, but I don't need them. I don't need them that much. But you know what? It's also helped me in my transition of becoming vegan. I mean, I've enjoyed many good veggie sandwiches, vegan turkey sandwiches that have helped me on my way, and I'm not going to be too hard on myself for that. But I do need to still pay attention to ingredients and things that might still affect me in a negative way, or processing. Processed is processed, and I need to pay attention to that. If you can choose the healthy, if you can choose your produce and have that and incorporate it with the various wonderful variety of foods that we can have, there's no problem. And I just need to keep that in mind. So that's something I'm going to work on, because weight loss is part of my personal goal. But that's because I am coming from this as somebody who's particularly big at this time. I've noticed, still continuing to notice, that my nails are amazing. I don't do my nails. I even trim them, take the clippers to them randomly when they're growing weird long. But these grow incredibly fast, and they're incredibly healthy. So that's been a definite. When you hear somebody mention that in a video, it's true. And I'm not even a fully every meal planned out and everything meeting all the levels of health for your vitamins and minerals, and I'm not doing any of that yet. And I've got fantastic nails, and my hair is definitely doing all right. I mean, I haven't had a haircut in a very long time, but my hair is good. It's growing long, and yeah, I'm of the age group where I have this going on, but I'm gonna let it happen. I'm just gonna let it happen this time. Just let the whites grow in naturally. Let the grays grow in naturally. My hair's getting really long, and it's healthy, and I'm happy about that. Another thing that I noticed, but because of my size, you guys probably won't. I have a line on my. Yeah, it's really hard to see, guys. So don't investigate too much. But for me, where is it? I can't see it now because my face is a bit red right now. Right here. You're like, what? I can't see. But right here, on both sides, it's more noticeable from like a different perspective, or when I don't know why my face has gotten so red right here. Maybe I'm like nervous or something. But there's like these lines that are showing. So basically, if I don't know, I saw somebody talk about dairy face. So I'm guessing that because my face is so big with my weight, that because I'm not on dairy anymore, my face is slimming down the way it would, and that if I wasn't this big, it would just, it'd be my face forming nicely, instead of like just me trying to show you guys a line. But there's just more definition happening. Overall, I've always been someone who loses weight proportionally, my body type, so it's hard to tell as I lose weight, but apparently it's starting to become noticeable. Like just recently, I don't know, it was like a week ago or so, where I even was like, oh yeah, it's actually happening, and I haven't exercised yet. I haven't been exercising. You're like, why aren't you exercising? I've got various reasons, health reasons, that have still been an excuse for me. But I do have my bicycle ready, and I do intend to go biking. I'd like to do some wander walks as well, but we'll see. Biking is a better exercise for me with my back, and I'm looking forward to that. So those are my goals for moving forward. I still have a lot to learn when it comes to produce, as far as how to use it in a timely manner, especially if you're buying organic. So I'm probably going to buy more from the grocery store for now, until the farmers markets are open and stuff like that, and the farming vendors are down the street again, when that season comes, because I don't like wasting. I don't like wasting the stuff that we don't get to in time. Other than that, it's still a learning process, but it's awesome. I don't regret this decision. I think it's part of the path of trying to become a more compassionate being, and it's a tough one. It's more difficult for me to try to practice compassion for myself and to extend it toward perhaps people who have hurt me, or just difficult situations, than it is for me now to practice compassion by being a vegan and thinking of the cruelty to animals and the suffering of other people and the environmental effects. I mean, my heart is open regarding all that, which has made this decision so much a never go back thing. I'm vegan. That's it. I'm vegan. It's how it is. It's not a trend, and I just hope that those who are going vegan that have high amount of followers are truly thinking about how this can actually affect other people and how they could become more humane and better human beings sharing this earth. That it's about more than just if this is a trend, good trend, let's have people go vegan. More people go vegan, the better. I wish I had opened my eyes much sooner. If the influencers are going to impact numerous lives, and that's going to impact the lives of animals and the industry, etc., 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 good. But I just hope that they're not just doing it for numbers and falling back to, I hope they take the advice of vegans who are saying, watch Cowspiracy, watch Earthlings, watch some of this footage, watch some of these persons' videos like Bite Size Vegan and etc. Happy Healthy Vegan and even freely. It depends on who you are as to who or what will influence or inspire you. So for me, it was watching Cowspiracy and watching Bite Size Vegan videos and getting Joyful Vegans emails, which are from, let me take a look, Colleen Patrick Goudreau. She is amazing, and her 30 days to become vegan or something like that you can find through the Cowspiracy site for free. That was very helpful. I didn't listen to every single day, but while it was coinciding with me initially becoming vegan, I found it very good to hear a compassionate viewpoint and stance regarding becoming vegan, because I think I still believe I was led to become vegan through all the Pima Chodron talks I had been listening to that were to help me with my own mental health and my mindfulness stance of wanting to learn how to be, the more Buddhist talks I'd listened to, especially regarding compassion, I think it opened up my heart quite a bit, or my being, something connected to me, and the timing of it connected to where I became vegan. I made that choice, and I really believe that rooting my decision in compassion is part of the healing process for me, because this is also trying to heal myself. I have a lot of healing to do. If you've explored my YouTube channel a little, there's a lot of videos. I come from a past of being an injured worker, and I have dealt with various things in life, and that's not even touching upon other stuff. And mental or physical health, like anxiety, etc., etc. All this is a long road of recovery and eating disorder, etc. And I just think one of the key elements is having compassion. And if it's so difficult to have compassion for yourself, one of the things I'm learning is you've got to have it for others. And if it's difficult to have compassion for other human beings because maybe you've seen a lot of people do terrible things or something, it's good to think about the environment and other sentient beings, that we share this planet on. And if you can extend your compassion toward them and start there, or a pet, that you love. If any of you have loved a pet, and that unconditional love and compassion that they share and that you share, and you extend that outward, that's a good place to start when you're vegan. I'm not putting down any of the people who are angry or who are in a place of being vigilant fighters for veganism, because I think that there is a place for every type of person to take this path. It's not the same for everyone, because we're all different to a degree. I mean, we're all quite similar. We're all, but we're all so different. And it's good to respect that we are all going to come from different places on this journey and go different places in our journey of being veganism. I just hope that it's, that we continue to try to keep in mind that it's more than just what we want, like our crave, or what's easier, and also to shift our perspective, because when I think about it, what I really want is healthy food. What I really crave is something delicious and tasty and guilt-free. What I, all that, it's vegan. So this has been part of my journey so far. 2 months in. I was going to weigh myself, but I don't want to just yet. There is change happening, and I don't want to be focused on a number on a scale just yet, or probably at all. It wouldn't be healthy, but I will weigh myself so that I can see the difference numerically. But for now, I'm just still working on the food. Like I said, less junk, continue to have more variety in food. I need to say that I don't need to have, I don't find it difficult. There was one time in the past month where I went through something. Well, I go through stuff all the time, but I mean, where I went through something particularly hard emotionally, and there was something in the fridge, but there's always something in the fridge, because I live with someone who's not a vegan, although highly supportive and on this journey with me, and gosh, there's quite a difference in him just from cutting out dairy and stuff, but and he feels the difference when he's gone on more, had more stuff that's not good for him. But where was I going with that? I did have a moment where I had some milk chocolates. If I'd had other chocolate that is dairy free in the house, I would have had that instead. But I was weak in that moment. It wasn't what I wanted to do. I wanted to punish myself. In a way, I think. But thankfully, I also caught myself being, I was perfectly aware of what I was doing in that moment, and I have not repeated it, and I'm not going to. It was kind of like well, you let yourself do that one time. You felt like crap about it. Don't do it again. There are other ways to cope. And that's just part of my learning journey for me. I'm still vegan. I'm not going to, I did not then go on some binge of meat and dairy, or decide, I messed up. I messed up, not even accidentally. I cannot be vegan. No way. Nope. Forget it. Forget it all. That's not what I did. I was aware of what my state of mind was. I was aware that I certainly wouldn't have purchased those milk chocolates, but they were in the house, But even then, I did not excuse myself because there's other stuff in the house that I don't even think about or want or touch or care about that's in the fridge because my husband still has some of that stuff. And I have no cravings for it. I have no desire to have any part of it. So I know that it wasn't just about that. It was about, some of my own issues that I'm still having to definitely face on this journey. So I learned from that moment and I'm moving forward. There's no reason to, I think that some people want to give up on this a bit too easily. And I think if I'm not, how are they? Because I'm telling you, it's so much more worth it for so many reasons to just keep going, keep trying, to do this. There's so much more reasons to do this than to not. If you're someone who's decided to be vegan, I don't get it how people just give up when there's, especially those that have educated themselves a little bit about what's going on. I don't understand how they can go, fuck it, forget it. Or this matters more. What matters more? None of the reasons I've seen or anybody could tell me at this point is any reason for me not to be vegan. Any deficiencies or health issues, I had health issues prior to, and they were ones that some of them are said that you'll get if you're vegan. And I'm like, but I had that as a dairy or light meat eater, anything. I sound like somebody who's like, this is my mind made up, but it is. I mean, there you go. This is my mind made up. It doesn't mean that I'm not open to learning things. I'm learning all the time, and it's good because I'm learning, oh wow, I didn't realize how tasty all these foods could be that we have, and that it's awesome. You see it's just great. It's the best thing I've done. So 2 months in, the honeymoon isn't over yet. If you guys are wondering. Yeah. The honeymoon isn't over yet. I'm not done. I'm looking forward to becoming active and to seeing physical changes, of course, but I'm also looking forward to feeling even better, and I'm looking forward to becoming I don't know. I needed this. This does sound selfish, but I needed to do this. It is selfish, I guess. It's selfish, but at the same time, it's a selfish act that does a lot of good for others. So, if you're gonna be selfish, you may as well be selfish in this way and go vegan. That's why I think. That's why I just think right now. That's what I just thought. I need to go drink some water. I definitely need more hydration. So yeah, there's lots of things I still need to work on. I need to drink more water. I need to move my body more. I need to try to make more videos on things that I learn or my experience of being vegan, because there could be other people out there like me who are starting out from a place of, a high weight or maybe a more sedentary, secluded lifestyle. Maybe you live somewhere where it isn't trendy or cool, or people would scoff at you if you said you're vegan or get out the pitchforks. I don't know. It's tough. Oh, that was another thing I wanted to say. I have an acquaintance or long time person I've known who's also vegan, and they have gone through a terrible time with it recently. Not in being vegan, but in the knowledge that there is so much suffering that the animals go through, and that people just continue to eat and contribute to this in the industries. And it is devastating to this person and overwhelming. I can tell that they were overwhelmed, and they're angry, very angry and very upset. And I think they had said they didn't want to live in a world where people would slaughter animals just to eat them. And I can empathize with how she's feeling. But at the same time, I know that we weren't vegan recently, so I don't think I could hate anyone for not being vegan, because I would have to hate. I don't think that's good. And the other thing is that we can only do so much, and this is the world as it is right now. But in being vegan and doing veganism things now, we are paving the way to make it a different world later, one way or another. So if you're someone who's caught up in the discouraging, horrible aspect of it that can be way heavy on your heart, I hope that you find some comfort in knowing that you're not alone in feeling that way, and that there's a lot, that the compassion that you are extending toward those beings, you need to extend it toward yourself, and perhaps, although it sounds extremely difficult, extend it toward those who are causing a lot of the suffering, because it's out of ignorance or it's out of something awful. But we have to take care of ourselves. We cannot let ourselves become destroyed by the overwhelming pain that is part of being aware. I think that's a part of learning how to self-care. And I know that that's difficult. So I'm just sending out some thoughts. And it's a reminder, it's a note to myself. I have purposely not watched a lot of footage recently, knowing that it is extremely difficult for me personally to see, while also understanding that it is the reality, and also realizing that it's part of the education of knowing, of having to be aware, and that for some people it would take that or more before they would even consider sitting down their, no fast food meal or even sit down extravagant meat meal is going to be worth it to me to not be vegan. There's too much other delicious food. This person thinks they have to try with meat. It's just a disappointment. There's nothing worth it. But there's also, we are beings as well, and we have to take care of ourselves, and I've just turned into Jerry Springer, because I'm going to say, and each other. So I know that sounded a little sad. It's just, I think I related to that as well, sometime near the beginning or within the first month, where I was starting to get overwhelmed, because you get frustrated. Why aren't other people looking around, doing this, when it's so obvious that we don't have to hurt other sentient beings, clearly sentient beings. We just don't have to sustain ourselves. And I just, there's a lot of things we can get stuck on. We can get stuck on those things. And as somebody who's great at that, or been great at that, that's just something you don't want to do. We're moving forward. So let's move forward, because there is momentum building within veganism, within people becoming aware. I have a lot of hope that that the compassion is extended toward the earth, the animals, and other people. We need to care about each other more. And ourselves. We have to stop destroying ourselves for there to be a future, and for today to be better. So, yeah, that's what I have to say. Okay. I can't believe I'm gonna upload this. I don't think anybody's listened this far anyway. If you are, #lemonade. I'm kidding. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I watched all of Lemonade. I loved it. And I have the album. Yeah. It goes dark. Seriously. Was there anything more to say after that, right? #lemonade. 5 p.m. I'm gonna stop talking now. Thanks for listening. I'm gonna put my microwave. I don't have a microwave. I can put my microphone away. And I'm gonna go back to doing other stuff. Because there's other stuff to do. Bye.